Hello everyone, I'm Mica Manticore. Welcome back to Let's Meet Adam. We just solved the first puzzle. I kind of remembered it from the last playthrough I did of this, but it was still really fun to crack the code. I do have a piece of paper with me, so hope you don't mind me scribbling away whenever clues come up. Alright, we made it. This foyer looked a lot like the first, complete with TV screens, stains, and all. Except that there are 4 doors this time, all lined up side by side. There's 3? Where's the 4th? The room itself was tight, but big enough that everyone was able to walk around comfortably. Each of the men stood peering around, a sense of uncertainty heavily weighed down on the atmosphere. I still can't believe what just happened. That man was a good man. I like to think things like that can't happen to good people like him, but now... Bart, I understand. Karma is real. Justice is real. Bad people will get what they deserve. I hear you. And we will figure this out. Vince, for a guy who doesn't say much, you do have a way with words. Why is that? Let us in on what's up inside that noggin of yours. Well, I've known Vince for a short while, and I think we got close pretty fast, but it's true I've never really asked Vince about that myself, although I've for sure wondered about it. He looks pretty embarrassed being put on the spot, but in an endearing way. I came from a big Latino family. Everyone fighting for attention, saying anything to be heard or noticed. I felt like I was always saying the wrong things. Sometimes I think people don't like what they hear coming out of my mouth. As the others started inspecting the doors, Vince clears his throat before he speaks again. Do you think the killer will really set us free? Bart lets out a grunt and I see some of the others turn around in response. You mean even if we solve all the puzzles and make it to the end? Steve starts to fidget nervously while some of the others look to us for reassurance. I don't know, I guess I never really thought of that. Well, he won't be able to stop us after I've ripped his goddamn head off. I let out a sad chuckle. Honestly, if it was you, Bart, I don't doubt you could do it with your bare hands. Vince makes a good point. What if we aren't meant to win this game? Like it's rigged? Exactly. I hate how we got no choice regardless. It's pretty bullshit if you ask me. Now calm down, guys. Like Bart said, we have no choice. We'll have to play along until we find a way out. We just have to play the game better than Goatman can. Is that what we're really calling that freak now? Seems fitting to me. Yeah. I want to throw something out there too. Since you guys brought up Goatman, I've seen movies and shit before. This Goatman, he's got to be one of us. That would be true genius, except when we all saw him, everyone here was accounted for. Well, I don't know. It's just, that's how these things usually go. Well, Pierce might be onto something. Classically, we've all seen this happen before. In new scary movies like Hacksaw and in video games, the killer's always one of the people in the group. Earl lets out a defeated sigh, not wanting to believe the stereotypical tropes might be in effect. It's Lars. Fuck, I don't know. Even in old black and white cinema, it's true. The culprit is probably one of the guests. A few of the men instinctively take a step back away from one another, the level of dread and mistrust rising incrementally. As usual, the only one who didn't seem to take it seriously was Kang. Yeah, usually the psycho in the mask is one of the other teenagers faking being nice, because they want to be in it at ground zero watching the shit go down. Normally I'd never agree with anything you say, Pierce, and I don't think we should jump to conclusions, but you could have a point. But what you're saying is that the killer, the person responsible, is here. That the killer is one of us. God, I don't want to consider that right now. Yeah, I think we should focus on working together. Once again, everyone goes silent and they break off into singular and little groupings. The static from the TV seems to sound louder and louder. It looks chaotic, sadly fitting the situation, while a red light blinks threateningly near the frame's lower left corner. As if on cue, Kang speaks up. Bug? Bitch bug! I'll kill you. As if on cue, Kang speaks up, his voice calm and velvety. I've been pondering something since that previous room as well. The last I plan to ever speak of that place, as I'll never be able to forget such a mortifying scene. Why doesn't our graceful host speak to us? What do you mean? That guy actually had a lot to say. None of it good. Let me rephrase that. I meant, why doesn't he respond to our questions and taunting directly? He obviously has a lot to say, as Steve pointed out, and I'm certain he does so enjoy our plight. I'm not sure, but I think he has replied back. I'm positive that that is not a true statement. Maybe he doesn't feel the need to leave us in the dark and all that? Yes, indeed. Not knowing is always worse than knowing, no matter how terrifying the answer may be. What are you guys talking about? Nothing of importance, Lucky. Well, nothing we can verify for certain anyways. Oh, I see. Hey, isn't anyone going to bring up these doors or what? Lucky lets out a shaky sigh. I was afraid someone would bring those up. Do we have to go right now? My nerves are shot. Can't we just rest for a while? Sorry, Lucky, but Steve over there's right. We can't afford to waste time. We could always leave you behind if you so choose. Kane, that ain't funny. Well, not in these circumstances right now. You guys suck, like for real. Lucky pouts as he throws his hands into his pockets and looks down at the floor. Don't you worry there, kiddo. Steve slaps Lucky rather hard on his back. You won't be left behind. You'll be going with me. Huh? What? You're one of the only ones here I trust. You're a good kid, harmless. I mean, you work in tech, so you gotta be smart. Come on, you're with me this round. Alright. I guess that's okay with me. Steve swings his arm around Lucky's shoulders and drags him away. Lucky looks back at us for a sec, but then gets caught up in whatever Steve is saying. Well, it seems like the selection process has already begun. Kang smiles while throwing his hands up in a frivolous manner. Personally, I could care less who I enter the next room with, though I would prefer if it was with either Bart or Pierce. Unfortunately, I can't be with you, Adam. Being versatile, you must take one for the team and can only select one of those bottoms. Such is life. Before I can say anything, Kang walks away to rejoin the guys. Steve and Lucky are already examining the doors. Maybe they're trying to figure out which one to choose? Aw, man, what the hell have we gotten ourselves into? As I start walking over towards them, Vince turns around and waves me over, that rare smile peeking underneath his stash. I wish I could just stick with Vince, but the way things are, I literally have no choice. Unless I make myself into the biggest asshole that ever lived. Maybe in the end, that's just what I'll have to do. I gotta make it out of here. There's still so much I want in life, and the world hasn't seen all I can do just yet. Everyone seems to be deep in convo, but as I get close, everyone stops to face me. So, yep, you probably guessed it. We're trying to figure out who goes with whom. A deft silence falls on them for a minute. It seems no final decisions have been made. Does it actually matter? Earl says rather dryly. Beats me, but probably not. So, I'll just be taking this fella right here. Pierce's eyes lock right on me, and he moves his muscular arm to grab me by the waist, but Vince immediately jumps in. Adam can make his own choices. Whatever, dude. I don't see what the big deal is. No, it's fine. I don't mind choosing. So my options are, well, Bart is looking at me almost dead in the eye, steadily shaking his head side to side. Earl stares at me with hard, cold, emotionless eyes, so yeah, the usual. And Pierce was grinning earlier like he's about to have his dinner. I'll head on in with... I think since Pierce brought it up, he might be like one of the masterminds behind this. I'm gonna go Earl. He didn't argue, but Earl didn't exactly look thrilled. Pierce, on the other hand, seemed disappointed, while Bart seems relieved for some weird reason. Earl wordlessly strides over to Adam's side. Without looking at him directly, he utters in a hushed tone, So I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish here by picking me, but what I said earlier in the drowning room still stands. So don't say I never warned you. Adam picking Earl seemed to set things in motion, since shortly after the remaining survivors start pairing up. Kang gleefully takes an unmoved Bart by the arm, while Vince looks at Pierce, who shrugs. They eventually stand side by side to officially form their team. Gradually, all four pairs stand in front of a door. I don't think it matters which door we choose, so let's just go for it. I look to Vince. Pierce and him nod at me. Next, Lucky catches my eye and waves. See you guys soon. Yeah, see you soon, Lucky. We'll all see each other soon. Yes, good luck to us all. Adam takes a deep breath and slowly opens the door ahead of them. Cautiously, Adam, followed by Earl, enter the usual tight, pitch-black hallway. While they walk, feeling along the walls to guide them, Earl must have walked a bit too quickly and bumps into Adam's back. Hey, would you... Are you okay? Oh, Yeah, I'm okay. Adam fumbles for Earl's hand and places it on his back. Earl pulls away slightly but compromises by instead grasping onto the lower part of Adam's t-shirt. Hold on like that, it'll be easier. Thanks. This is all new now. Arg! My eyes took a second to adjust to the brightness of the room. Adam winces while the door behind them shuts and locks itself firmly. It wasn't even that it was that bright, but it was such a contrast to the blackness we stumbled in from. The room itself was decorated awesomely, all white, really expensive looking contemporary and modern furniture everywhere. The pure white floor was so glossy that it reflected everything back like a mirror. It reminded me of some of the lavish parties Vince and I would sometimes attend up in the Hollywood Hills. Despite that, there was something off about this room. This room. Earl looks around their new environment, seemingly half amazed but the other half unsettled. This room makes me uneasy for some reason. I can't explain why. I mean, it's beautiful, but I want to get the fuck out of here. I think I know how you feel. It's hard to place a finger on it. Hey, listen, by the way, thank you. Oh, for back there in the hallway? Don't worry about it, Earl. That's no big deal. No, I mean, even before that, for picking me as your partner earlier. Why didn't you pick Bart or even Pierce? Why would you pick me? I offered him a confused but mainly warm smile. Why wouldn't I? His eyes light up, and for the first time I could tell they were actually a very dark brown in color. Maybe I was wrong about you, Adam. What the heck does that mean? It means I might just let you help me solve the mystery of this room. Not if I solve it first! Hurry up, let's get to it. Search. North wall? Despite the room being beautifully decorated, it's still a little barren. The only thing that grabs my attention are 2 frames hung up before me. 4-leaf clover 3. Lotus thing. That's 6 points. 2. Okay. That's probably going to be something, so... search west wall. I'll check out that wall to my left and see if there's anything suspicious. There's a frame with a dried flower in it. The flower is painted black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 1, okay. One. Alright. This is also where the exit door is. Once again, it has a keypad, but DLCHD is crudely written above it in black paint. Downloadable content, high definition. East wall. On the right wall, there's a weird spot where it looks like a frame should have been hung. A nail that was left tacked up proves it. Search sofa. I start to search about the sofa cushions and underneath the sofa itself, but there's nothing out of the ordinary. I lift the rug thinking there may be something underneath. Zilch. Hey Adam, I wanted to tell you something. Those frames with the flowers in them, I could be wrong, but just hear me out. I think the puzzle has something to do with the number of petals each flower has. Okay, cool, I'll keep that in mind. I'm still looking around, but I'll let you know if I find anything. Alright, I'll do the same. Okay. With 3 things out of it, that might be important. West wall. Okay, there's nothing coming out of this one. DLC is clearly written above the, yeah. There's nothing. I don't have enough clues yet. What? I've searched everything. The DLC HD is clearly written above the keypad in black paint. It's too bad we can't just enjoy this experience, huh? I bet under normal circumstances it'd probably be fun. There's also this right here. Whoa! 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 Okay. Ah, you bastard. Actually, the sofa has a miniature safe built into the back of it. Ah, shit, dude. 864. Haha! Passcode accepted. Inside the mini safe is a scrap of paper that says Clover, Daisy, Hibiscus, Lily. Clover. clover is the 3 or is it 4? Anyway, clover, hibiscus, lily, daisy, okay, and another frame. Okay, so 5. Okay, so it's 8, maybe? Oh, duh. DLCHD is written, but so it's daisy, lily, clover, hibiscus, daisy. Number 3 is a clover, obviously. I don't know my flowers. I want to say 4 is a hibiscus. No. 1 is the lily. So 8. 4. Hibiscus, I think, is number 2. So 6. And then that leaves the daisy at 5. So I think it's 5, 8, 4, 6, 5. 5, 8, 4, 6, 5. Ah, shit. Okay, so instead, let's try 4. Let's say try 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. Let's try 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. Come on. 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. Shit! Maybe I have my flowers wrong. I'm gonna Google it. I'll be right back. So it's either, I've done my research. It's, son of a bitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 or 8, 6, 4, 5, 8. I'm gonna try 8, 6, 4, 5, 8. Haha! There we go. Alright. I did it! Excuse you, don't you mean we did it? Ha! Sorry, I guess I got carried away. Same. Yes, we did. Earl sweeps his hair and then lets out a puff of breath through his mouth. He stares intently into the next darkened hallway, and we will venture down that hallway next time. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I want to continue playing this game. This is really fun. If you haven't already subscribed to me, please do so. I would appreciate that very much. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mica_Manticore. I don't use my Instagram that much, but I hope to soon. If you liked what you saw, click like, and if you really liked what you saw, click the bell icon. I don't even know if I have a bell icon. I'm sure I do. Ow, I need a new chair. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.